He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. Friedrich Nietzsche. In his most famous book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche captures this sentiment beautifully. Zarathustra, who is a sage and also the central character of the book, talks with his disciples. You had not yet sought yourselves when you found me. Thus do all believers. Therefore all belief is of so little account. Now I bid you lose me and find yourselves, and only when you have all denied me will I return to you. In this book, Nietzsche propagates the idea of individual autonomy and self-trust. His philosophy encourages us to break free from societal norms and expectations, think critically, and forge our unique paths in life. But why is this so important, and how can we cultivate this self-trust in our own lives? Let's understand this with a story. In a secluded monastery lived a young monk named Kai. Despite years of study and meditation, he felt unfulfilled, always seeking validation from his peers and elders. One day, the monastery's oldest and wisest monk, Master Jen, approached Kai and asked him, "Why do you seem troubled, Kai?" "Master, I've followed every teaching, every ritual, but I feel empty. I don't know if this path is truly mine." Master Jen nodded. "Tell me, Kai, when did you last act on your own intuition rather than on the teachings you've memorized?" Kai realized he couldn't recall such a moment. "In your quest for enlightenment, you've forgotten to trust your inner voice," Master Jen said. "True wisdom comes not just from ancient texts, but from within." "But how can I trust myself when I'm still learning?" Kai asked. Master Jen picked up a pebble. "This pebble doesn't question its nature. It simply is. You too have an inherent wisdom. Your journey is to uncover it, not to mimic others. What if I stray from the right path? There is no single right path. Each misstep is a lesson. Embrace them." Days passed. One day during meditation, Master Jen asked, "What do you hear, Kai?" "The wind in the trees, the birds singing." "Do they follow a script or do they express their true nature?" Kai understood. "They simply are." "Exactly. Your authenticity is your gift to the world. Don't suppress it to fit others' expectations of what a monk should be." As Kai prepared for a solitary retreat, he asked, "How do I stay true to myself while honoring our traditions?" "Traditions are guides, not chains," Master Jen replied. "A skilled artisan knows which tools to use and when. Your experiences and intuition are also tools. Trust them. Imagine you're sculpting your life. You alone can see the form within the stone. It's your task to chip away what doesn't belong, guided by your inner vision, not others' expectations." Kai nodded, understanding dawning in his eyes. "Remember, self-trust doesn't mean rejecting all guidance. Listen to others, but filter their words through your own wisdom. Your intuition is the sum of your experiences and innate knowledge. Trust it." During his retreat, Kai meditated not just on ancient texts, but on his own experiences and feelings. He approached each day asking, "What feels truly right to me?" rather than, "What am I supposed to do?" Upon returning, Kai's approach to monastic life had transformed. He engaged with traditions more deeply, infusing them with personal meaning. His unique insights brought new life to old practices, inspiring both himself and others. As Kai trusted himself more, he became more open to diverse perspectives, able to appreciate them without losing his center. His relationships deepened, his spiritual practice became more fulfilling, and he felt a sense of authenticity and peace he had never known. Kai had learned the most valuable lesson, that the path to true wisdom and enlightenment begins with trusting one's own inner voice. Many of us struggle with trusting ourselves, often looking to others for guidance and validation, which gives nothing but a sense of emptiness and incompleteness. Self-trust is fundamentally linked to self-efficacy, a concept introduced by psychologist Albert Bandura. Self-efficacy refers to an individual's belief in their ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish tasks. Research has shown that people with high self-efficacy are more likely to view challenging problems as tasks to be mastered rather than threats to be avoided. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with higher levels of self-trust were more resilient in the face of setbacks and more likely to persist in pursuing their goals. This resilience is crucial in a world where failure and obstacles are inevitable parts of any journey towards success. Self-confidence is linked to increased activity in the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, an area of the brain associated with decision-making and self-reflection. This suggests that cultivating self-trust can actually change our brain's structure and function, leading to more confident decision-making over time. However, our modern society often works against the development of self-trust. Social media, peer pressure, and societal expectations can lead us to constantly compare ourselves to others and seek external validation. A survey by the Pew Research Center found that 97% of teens use social media, with 45% reporting feeling overwhelmed by the drama on these platforms. This constant exposure to others' curated lives can erode our self-trust and make us more likely to follow the crowd rather than our own instincts. Now let's explore some powerful strategies to cultivate self-trust and embrace Nietzsche's philosophy of individual autonomy. 1. Practice radical self-reflection. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Friedrich Nietzsche. Radical self-reflection involves diving deep into your own thoughts, beliefs, and motivations. It's about questioning everything you've been taught and deciding for yourself what you truly believe. Here's how to practice radical self-reflection. Set aside dedicated time. Start with 10 minutes a day, gradually increasing to 30 minutes or more. Question your beliefs. For each belief, ask, why do I believe this? Is it truly mine or inherited from others? Explore your values. What matters most to you? Why? Challenge your assumptions. What if the opposite of what you believe is true? Journal your insights. Write down your reflections to track your evolving thoughts. Remember, the goal isn't to reject everything, but to consciously choose what you believe and value. 2. Embrace the experimental life approach. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche advocated for living life as an experiment. This approach involves treating your choices and actions as experiments, allowing you to learn and grow without the fear of permanent failure. Here's how to embrace the experimental life. Set small, low-stakes experiments. Try new things regularly, like a new hobby or a different route to work. Document your experiments. Keep a log of what you try and what you learn. Embrace failure. See failures as valuable data, not personal shortcomings. Adjust based on results. Use what you learn to inform future decisions. Gradually increase the significance of your experiments. As you build confidence, tackle bigger life choices. This approach helps build self-trust by showing you that you can handle uncertainty and learn from any outcome. 3. Cultivate selective deafness. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Friedrich Nietzsche. Selective deafness is about learning to tune out unhelpful noise and opinions that don't serve your growth. It's not about ignoring all advice, but about being selective about whose input you value. Here's how to develop selective deafness. Identify your inner circle. Choose a small group of trusted advisors whose opinions you truly value. Set boundaries. Politely but firmly limit unsolicited advice from others. Practice the 24-hour rule. When receiving advice, wait 24 hours before acting on it. This allows you to process it and decide if it aligns with your values. Trust your gut. Pay attention to your intuition. If advice doesn't feel right, it's okay to disregard it. Reflect on past decisions. Analyze times when following others' advice worked out and when trusting yourself led to better outcomes. Remember, being selective about whose opinions you consider doesn't mean isolating yourself. It's about creating space to hear your own voice more clearly. Cultivating self-trust and embracing Nietzsche's philosophy of individual autonomy is a lifelong journey. It requires courage, introspection, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. But the rewards are immense. A life lived authentically, decisions made with confidence, and the freedom to chart your own unique path. As you embark on this journey of self-trust, remember Nietzsche's words: "You have your way, I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist." Trust yourself, for you are the author of your own life story. If you're intrigued by these ideas and want to delve deeper into philosophy and personal growth, we invite you to join our community of free thinkers. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content that challenges conventional wisdom and inspires personal transformation. Together, let's explore the depths of human potential and the heights of individual autonomy.